Hey, what's up, guys? So today we are going to actually learn about the functions. So in last episode we have discussed about how to use loops, how to use which has while loops, for loops, and such. And also we had discussed in our earlier episodes, like we have had um, discussed about the Python control flow statements and list, tuples, dictionary. So today is the day of functions. So what are functions? So typically saying functions, as the name suggests, it will make your program do something, right? It it is like it's like program inside your program. So, for example, this is my function, right? Um, so I'll just do some little bit of formatting so that makes a bit of sense on how it looks like. So let's say I have one function, I have two function, I have another function, so three, okay, and so I have three functions altogether, and I will just do something like this, right? So let's say this whole structure, whole box is a program, and inside that I have let's say a function number one, function number two, function number three, four, five, and six. Now here, what this function do? Let's say this whole program actually makes a makes a phone book, okay, and it's a phone book program. Let's, for example, this is a phone book program. Okay, so this is whole thing is a phone book program. Now, in if I go over here and I say, okay, I will say like let's do here. I will say this will be the contact, add contact, okay, and then um, so I will just do this. So suppose this is the add contact function, and then I have there is one more function, right? And there's one more function. So I'll just do for a quick copy paste. So just to make sure you guys understand this stuff, and then we'll move it right over here. So let's say I have four different functions. This function, for example, it adds location. Okay, should not be. It should be something more discrete. So it will be add number. It will add location. Then this will be like add for example, name against it, and then here will be like uh, add the zip code. Let's say I have the whole phone book, which the referring to whole phone book, which have zip codes and everything, and then area code, okay, area code, and so just sorry, so we'll just expand it. So area code, and then we have country code. Okay. So we have here the country code. Okay. So now this whole thing is a phone book function. This whole thing is a phone book function, right? And inside that we have different mini function. This is a main program, and this is a mini program inside it. So now let's say I came up with another ideal, let's say personal contact, personal personal contact information, right? So in personal contact information I have almost the same thing, right? But I'm not taking all these things. I'm just taking the phone number, I'm just taking the location, I'm taking the name, and I think I will just keep this, right? So I will just say, okay, this whole thing is a function, and these function I want these function to work here. So I have 1, I have 2, so I will just do something like 2, and there will be one more, and this is 3, right? I hope that makes sense. So now what I'm doing here, I have the functions from the this particular function, and I'm reusing this, right? So I mean the mini program from this particular program I'm just reusing over here. So this is the power of function. You can actually use the one function at multiple places depending on how you define that function. So the every function actually have the um, 3 different so for example, um, there is one thing called def means defining. You're defining something, so this is def. And then there is, we call it as mm, as a function name. So function name, it is not working, autocorrect. So function name will be there, and then there will be a colon. As usual, we'll be using colon, right? And then we will have a phrase or an action or a statement or anything you can call it, right? These 5 things actually makes a function. Function is a big part to understand the Python functions. So I will I will put it into some, a different chunks. So like first I will just tell you in this video like how we write the functions and how we return the statements and such. So written values and written statements, and in the next video we will go with what are keyword arguments and scopes, and discuss about that. And in the third video, I will try to make it into 2 videos, but let's make it a bit um, smaller videos, but with lots of knowledge into that. So I will just, at the end, I will just give you an exceptional handling, the data about action. I mean the how to handle the exceptions or errors, as we say. And then after that we will make a quick short program. I mean it's like uh, how to make guess the number game. So we will do a guess the number game too, so as you can understand very well how this all works. So let's jump onto the ideally. So I have opened my ideally here. uh, so I will just I think I will just minimize it a bit. Okay, as usual, I will do a shebang line and say slash user slash usr, as you say, bin python 3. And now you must be wondering where this is coming from. So if I say terminal, and terminal opens here, and say rich python 3, so python 3 is coming from slash user bin python 3. All right, so just to make sure that you understand this part. So now I will say slash user python 3. Okay, and then what we will do, we will write a function. We will write a quick function which will actually print old school hello world. Okay, so what we will say, so what we will be doing here, we will be doing something like that. We will write a few things here first. So we will we will add a comment. So to do the comment, you can say control slash if you're using the ideally. If not, you will just say this, or I will do a doc string 1 2 3, then, and I will say this program will tell you how to write a function. Okay, and then I will just close up with this. So 3 apostrophe or back to back, and then within that you will write a doc string, and then close it with the apostrophes again. So this part is doc string. This will let you or any of the programmer to understand what you are trying to write here or what you are trying to do. We will just write a simple program to actually print something. So this is a function actually. So if I say that means define something, and I'll say hello, not hell, hello, sorry, my bad, hello, okay, and in that I want to give something, right? So this is what we call parameters. So parameters are something you pass over so as to make sure that you are whatever you're providing here will be included into your function. So if I say that hello name, print if I can type print, I'll say hey there, and I'll just give a space. I tend to forget the space. So name, and then I will say this. Okay. Now what I will do, I will say hello. Then I will say name. I will just say HIMANSQ, and then this. Right. Does make sense? Now I will first do a F5, which will ask me to save this program, and I will save it right away. What's saving? What is giving me this? So I will save here, and I will call it func.py. Okay, and I will save it up. There we go. Hey there, Maj. Okay. So this is how we write the function. It could be something, non parameterized version also. So if you say if you say something like this, if you want to add something over here, you want something to be used within your function to output some values, so you can go through this. Okay, so this particular thing that you are putting inside the parentheses, uh, it is a parameter. It's actually a variable that an argument is stored in, right? Whenever you call a function. So if in my case, when I'm saying hello Himanshu, so the value for name variable name is Himanshu. So I'm storing the value, whatever value in for the name here, and then it's putting that into the print statement. So this is how we actually do the name function. I mean the function with a parameter. We will go through the next thing. So the next thing is return values and return it. The value of a function, function call should have a return value, right? This is what we expect for our return call to do. The print is something you can do, you do use for debugging and stuff, but basically what you do, you actually do provide a value. You do provide something, a written statement or written values into it. So for example, let me give you a quick example, right? And if I will just give you a quick easiest example to you how to use function. So I will say if name is equals to Himanshi. I will say let's do this. I will just written this. Okay, I will say print Himanshi. Okay, now file that's not going here. Okay, now if name is not name is equals to name is equals to Trenton, right? It will say print hey plus name, right? But this is basically you are just printing something, like you're not returning any value. Now how we will perform a return statement in this case. So if I say if name, this is my name and this is my name value, right? I would like to do something program. We did something like def hello, right, and we pass something like name, and my bad. So pass something in the name and say name. So what do we say? If we will do we will use the quick if statement. So we will say if len of name is less than 5, okay, I will do print hey, hey, your name is too short, then plus name, okay, and then if length of name, which is here, is greater than or equal to 5. Sorry, my bad, it should not be this, it should be this, okay. So if greater than or equals to 5, I will say print you have a perfect name, okay, then plus 9. Got it? Now this is how my Python program will work. I will then say hello name I will say Trenton, and I will do this, and now we will check if any value is passed, any written value is passed. So we will use a keyword called none. I'll tell you how none works. Okay, so if I say none is equals to hello, which is my hello is something which will tell you if the value, if any written value is passed. I mean, none is something is, none value is passed whenever you are not returning anything through the statements. Okay, so we will see it written and none altogether. Now if I save it and I will do function and F5, okay, you have a perfect name, Trent. Why? It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's almost 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 more than equals to 5, right?